Hello everybody, this is Lisa de Nicolitz, and I am writer for a year, and I am here with my fabulous pink friend Lassie today to talk about goals and writing and what kind of books do you write. I think that's a thing that one gets asked the most, and it's probably the most difficult question. When I was younger, there were two kinds of books, fiction and non-fiction. You wrote fiction or non-fiction, that was easy. Now it's so complicated, and booksellers and reviewers and publishers and people are very hung up on what genre do you write, and the agents as well. Like people have expectation. They want your elevator pitch to be something that is instantly recognizable as something that they can relate to, and they can slot into a pigeonhole. Now, I don't write that way, and I know a lot of people who don't. It's not just me, and this is quite a hurdle for one to overcome, because, as I say, people want to know which little neat slot you fit into. Now, today, I decided that, along the way, what are the goals of this going to be, the whole writer for a year thing? And I have two books that are on the go. The Rage Room, as you know, which I have finally finished the first round of edits on. Well, no, probably the fifth. But I've got it to the point where I've printed it out, and now I will be line editing it extremely carefully, and then I'll be inputting all of those changes and then reading it again. And at that point, I think it will be ready to share with the world. Boomerang Beach is a book that is ready for the world, but the world's not ready for it. I have to say, Boomerang Beach has already received a fair amount of rejections. Boomerang Beach is a very strange book. Now, I blame the book on the Australians and New Zealand Chardonnay. When I travel, I take meds for claustrophobia. And then when you're on a plane and there's a fabulous New Zealand Chardonnay being handed around, okay, what are you going to do? You're going to say yes to the fabulous New Zealand Chardonnay. And then you're going to write a book, the Boomerang Beach, that everyone's going to raise their eyebrows at and go, what the heck is that? And anyway, so that's when I started seriously thinking about what other names I could publish under. So the goal for the year is to try and find a home for The Rage Room, which is a time travel science fiction work, and for my little Boomerang Beach. And we will see whether I am successful in that or not. And so that, because it's good to have goals in writing. I'm very, very strict on goals. I set a lot of internal deadlines, and I force myself to make them, whether it means I'm dying of migraine pain, which happens a lot, or I'm pushing myself beyond the limit. So if I think to myself, I want to get this done by a certain point, I will do it. If it's completely unrealistic, for example, I really thought that I would have finished The Rage Room by now, but that did not happen, then I go with it, because obviously the book is evolving into something bigger. That word count for The Rage Room is currently standing at 94,000 words, which is insane, since I thought I would squeak it in at like 63. You want your book to be about 70 to 85. So The Rage Room is too long, but I'm pretty certain it'll be easy to pare it down. I prefer to write long and then sculpt away at it afterwards. So that is what I like to do. So if you're an aspiring writer out there, or what are the goals? What are the goals that you are setting yourself, and how are you doing in reaching those? So I hope this post has been helpful to you. And from Pink Lassie and I, who, by the way, was being given away free at the Mendocino down the street. So I carried him home, and he actually usually has hats on his head, but I decided to take his hat off so that he could join the conversation. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed today's post. Thank you very much. Bye.